Saturday. Well, I have done my best with the dress. The dress that I called Dreary. I have done my best with it. I've actually put on a lovely, lovely necklace that came courtesy of eBay. And I actually did change my earrings, which is something that I rarely do. It's probably because of dexterity reasons. I sort of flirt the backs of my earrings everywhere. They finish up all around the house, yeah. So yeah, I put the pink cardie on. I can never get the camera far enough away, can I? So, you know, I didn't like the dress because I thought it was pretty dreary. So I've actually put a pink cardigan on. It's Glori.J pattern from Everyday Crochet book, and it's done in cotton. If you ever can afford cotton, it is one of the best things to crochet with because it lasts forever, ever. As you can see, I've progressed a little with this, you know, the knitted sweater. It still needs, as you can see, sewing up. I've kind of hit, well, not a snag, but something I need to sort out. The pattern is originally just for a 32-inch bust, and I told you it's a very old pattern. People were a lot slimmer in those days, and it just tells me how many stitches to pick up, you know, for the armholes. Well, obviously I've knitted a 38-inch bust, and I wanted to be able to tell people kind of how many stitches to pick up for the armbands, because I know people are going to ask how many stitches do I pick up for a 40, 42 or whatever. So this is something I'm going to have to work out. And Rosie is barking, I'm terribly sorry. So this is something I'm going to have to try and work out in my head, so that I can actually write it down to tell people exactly how many stitches to pick up for that. It's only got a, not even a cap sleeve, it's just got an armband. It's essentially sleeveless, yeah. So at the moment it's just perched on Anne Boleyn, with her head tucked underneath her arm. So I've done the front and the back panel. I wish now I hadn't have chosen this yarn that changes from green to pink. It makes it look slightly strange, doesn't it? I'm thinking of doing another one. I think I mentioned before, using either a black or a white background and maybe finding something with a bit of sparkle, you know, to make it a little bit more evening-ish, yeah? Because we all like a bit of sparkle in the evening, don't we, even if we don't go anywhere. If you're like me, you go no place, you know, but it's still nice to have a bit of sparkle in the wardrobe, isn't it? A bit of glamour and a bit of sequins, yeah? I've done a bit more on the black. Oh, you know, the cardigans from the Stitch and Bitch book, the Happy Hooker. Done a little bit more. So it's actually, it's top down, so it's actually got as far as being joined at the armholes. I think I've improvised it by adding a little bit under each arm, which I don't think is there in the original pattern. But then again, you know, the original pattern was done in thicker yarn and on a 5mm hook. And you know, I like things a bit tighter, so I've done mine on a 4mm hook and it's double knit. So, as usual, there's improvisation involved in this. But I just thought it would be nice to show you where I'm up to. Because now I've almost finished the knitting on this. I call it finished, it's not even got armbands. It's finished, you know what I mean? Yeah. So what have I been doing today besides knitting? What have I been doing? I've been watching YouTube, as is my wont. Yeah. And I just watched a lovely lady I've not met or heard of before. She's called Glori.J. It's Glori dot and then a capital J dot. And she's a lady who lives in Australia. And what caught my eye was the title of her YouTube video, which was Vibrant Fashion, was it, for older women. And she was kind of debunking the theory that all these people who put out these videos, what you should be wearing when you're older. You shouldn't be wearing this and you shouldn't be wearing that. And I found her a very interesting video. It's called Vibrant Fashion for Older Women. And she bought a heck of a lot of things, purely just to show them off on the video. She said she hadn't spent a lot of money. She'd gone for the cheaper end of the market. But, oh, some of the things she bought, it's like, you know, you can imagine these fashionistas. You're not supposed to wear this if you're over the age of such a thing. You know, you're not supposed to wear a bold pattern. You're not supposed to wear dungarees or anything like that. And she just looks great, absolutely great in them. And she's also done another one with things that she got from, you know, Shine, you know, some of the dresses and things she bought from there, which is again called Shine Bargain Shopping for Older Women. And then she'd done one for Timu or Tamu or whatever you want to call it. And I thought, what a refreshing change. You know, I mean, you know me, I like bold, colourful, everything. I'm not advocating that you all do the same thing. But what she was saying basically is, just wear whatever you want. You know, you don't have to stick to a certain style, a certain fashion, just because you're older, you know. I mean, obviously, she said, you know, you look a bit silly in a miniskirt when you're over 70. But, unless you're, how can I put it, a film star with great legs, who can get away with it. But most ladies over 70 really, you know, miniskirts kind of no. She did get away with wearing some shorts and that, but she did say that she was going on a cruise and she would be wearing them then. So I thought, oh, what a lovely change. So I watched 3 of her videos, thinking, she's so right, you know, she is so right. We shouldn't be dictated to by so-called fashionistas who say we should wear classic just because we're old, you know. We shouldn't wear jeans just because we're old, you know. Yeah, I mean, I wear colourful things, as you know, and I like to dress up and I like to wear things like this. But I fully understand that it's not everybody. And I never say to people, oh, you must dress like I do. No. You dress in whatever you feel comfortable in. But like that lady was saying, don't let anybody dictate to you that you shouldn't wear this because you're older. Shouldn't wear that colour because you're older. If you're happy wearing it, wear it, you know. Fully agree. So from then I went on to the glorious Iris Apfel. And if you don't know who she is, you need to look her up. I watched a fabulous video. It was on quite a long time actually. It was called the 92nd Street Y, and then it was .ny. And it was fashion icons with a lady called Fern Malice. And she was interviewing Iris Apfel. And she was going through, like, you know, her life more or less, from how she got into fashion and how she wears all these. I mean, if you've never seen Iris, you need to watch her. She wears tons and tons of, I mean, I wear one. She'll wear 6 if she feels like it. 6 different necklaces. She's got bangles clanking up her arms. Not everybody's style, I admit, but I have to admire her. She's passed away sadly now. But in this interview, hello Rosie, in this interview she was 94, you know, and she still had all her, we always say, all her chairs at home. In other words, she had all her marbles, yeah. And I also watched Iris as well. It was called the Cleveleys Centre. It was Kravis, Cleveleys Centre. Attitude and Style. It was another conversation with Iris Apfel. And, oh, in fact, I've just ordered a book on the sayings of her, because she comes out with some absolute, what we would call absolute crackers, yeah. Things that, you know, she says that are so true. Things that we maybe think and don't say out loud, but she comes out and says them. And I was just like laughing. When I get the book, I will read out some of the comments that hopefully are in this book. It's kind of the comments and sayings of her, what she says, and I just found her so refreshingly amusing. you know that she's not scared to say what she thinks about some of today's fashions and some of today's, you know, so-called fashion influencers. She's not afraid to say it. And I really admire her for that. So I spent a really, really good, entertaining afternoon. I don't know what kind of YouTube videos you like to watch, but I find people like that, you know, the older people, it says me at 78, you know, the older people, very interesting. I'd rather listen to them than a so-called young influencer who may be 20 or 24. To me, they know nothing about life. They've not got a history. They've not got anything interesting to say except what is the latest colour of eye makeup and how you do this, that and the other. You know, they haven't got anything else to say. You know, apart from these are the latest shorts that you can buy at H&M or Primark, you know. And to me, I find that extremely boring. But maybe if I was 20, I wouldn't find it boring. But I would far rather listen to, I think the lady in Australia is about 76, 75, 76, something like that. And of course Iris has sadly passed away, but she was 94 when she did these interviews. And she was talking about somebody who'd made a film. And this guy was interviewing her, said, you must be one of the only people, you know, that have a film with just one name, Iris. And everybody knows who it is. You know, I mean, even Jackie had to have Jackie Hall, didn't she, before you knew who she was. You know, and she was saying she fought against having this sort of film done. I wish I could find it. I'm going to try to find a documentary or whatever it is about her, because I really want to watch it. Because she's had such an interesting life. And that is the kind of thing I like to watch and listen to. People who've had interesting lives. They are generally in the latter years of their life when they make these whatever, but I do like things like that. I like to read autobiographies about people who've had an interesting life. And I'd rather watch them than watch the latest sci-fi or something which does nothing for me whatsoever. I very, very rarely watch a film these days because I'm just not into violence and all this stuff and all, I'm just not at all, yeah. Got me a little cat cup again today. I don't know quite what it's meant to be. It's like pussycats and is it Bagpuss or who's it supposed to be? I don't know. It's got cups of tea on it. Maybe it was a tea cup. You know, it's got cookies on it, you know. I don't know. I don't even know where it came from. I can't even remember who bought it for me. But somebody probably bought it for me. Black coffee to revive, yeah. I've got to stay alert because it's my live tonight, yeah. I will be wearing the same outfit because I'm not getting changed again. Yeah. I still haven't shortened anything. I tell you, procrastination is my middle name. I wake up, well I didn't wake up that early to be quite honest, and it was the Amazon man ringing the bell that woke me up. Not delivering for me, but the family were out walking the dog, so it was me that answered the door. Where's the door? Where's the door? Quite bleary-eyed. And then I looked at the time and thought, oh, blooming heck, I should have been up ages ago. So I had a shower, which did revive me. And the hair is washing lighter, so I'm not hating it quite so much. I did buy a new hair colour while I was out yesterday with my friend, yeah. We're going to make a regular event of that. I did say to my friend when we were halfway down to Cleveleys, oh sugar, I forgot my camera. Because I've always said I'm going to film, because going to Cleveleys is far more interesting than going to Fleetwood. Going to Fleetwood, concrete. Going to Cleveleys, even my friend said, this journey's a lot more interesting, isn't it? She said, on the way to Fleetwood, yeah. So And I kept saying, I keep forgetting the camera. And I've told you before, my phone records about 10 minutes before it decides to pull a ghost. That was my phone dropping on the floor, in case you wondered what the big knock was. So, anyway, that's about all I've got to tell you, really. I had some gorgeous comments. Thank you very much for your comments. Yeah, I mean, yes, I know I was a bit of a weary-willy yesterday, but it was just the way I was feeling, you know. And if I can't tell my friends if I'm having a weary, dreary day, then who can I tell? You know, you can't stop somebody in the street saying, excuse me, but I'm not having a very good day. Can I just talk to you for a minute? So unfortunately, you are my guinea pigs. You know, if I'm having a rough day, I'll tell you about it. So yes to the lady who said, put the music on and put on a happy face, and I will. Yeah, I will. And I do most of the time. Yeah. And to the lovely person who said I was beautiful, Specsavers is just round the corner, yeah. And said what kind of skincare did I do for my neck and that, and the answer is hardly anything. Like most ladies of my age group, we just slap on a load of moisturiser, try to keep our faces out of the sun, and just hope for the best. I don't have a skincare regime, a routine. I don't have expensive face creams or anything like that. The only thing I will say is, I will say thank you to a lady, I think she was called Yvonne. And she would have been my age when I was in my 20s, and she lived down the street from me. Always very glamorous. Always with a great big hat on. And we got chatting because she had a lovely dog, a Dalmatian dog called Perry. And as usual, you know, gravitate towards a dog. And we got talking, and she just said to me, I hope you're moisturising. And I thought, that's a bit odd. I'm in my 20s, you know, what do I need to moisturise for, you know? Skin, you know, wash it, soap and water and all that lot. No, she said, no, no, no. Never put soap and water on your face, never. Cleanse. Always use, she said, it doesn't matter if it's baby lotion or anything, cleanse your face. Do not put soap and water on it. And always, always moisturise. And keep your face out of the sun. And I must say, I did take notice because she was like my age and she had beautiful skin. Much nicer skin than I have. She'd not a wrinkle in sight. She was absolutely flawless. And it kind of stuck with me, and I thought, I want to look like her when I'm her age. When I'm in my 70s, I want to look like she does. And every time I went into the bathroom, like, you know, I'm like, no, don't wash your face with soap and water. Soap and water dries your skin. Moisturise, yeah. And I mean, when I was younger, it was always oil of, well, it used to be oil of Ulay. I think it's oil of Olay now. And I always used to use that, yeah, always did. And I think I said the other day I got some Pond's Cold Cream. I've used Pond's Cold Cream for years and years and years to remove makeup. And if I don't have any of that, I use Johnson's baby lotion. Don't like the other baby lotion, it just has to be Johnson's. Because I like the smell. Smells of newborn babies. So I like to smell like a newborn baby when I cleanse my face. And also, never go to bed with your makeup on. Never go to bed with any makeup on whatsoever. Doesn't matter how tired you are, or how tipsy when I was young. Not now. How tipsy you were when you came in from a night out. Always, always remove your makeup, cleanse your face, and get into bed. Yeah. You know, it's just one of those things, isn't it? You don't want to wake up looking like a panda, or with an eye infection because you've gone to sleep with mascara or something like that. So that's one ritual I do. So the person who asked me about skincare, then virtually none. And I don't subscribe to these very, very expensive moisturising creams that these celebs advertise on TV with the blurred filters, you know, that makes them look about 25. You can look like me with skin like mine. And I'm like, yes, you've had plastic surgery and you've got a filter over the screen, making you look like you're 25, yeah. And in fact, I've got one mirror in this house. It's over by the front door, and it is not a nice mirror. It's the mirror you would look in if you want to feel ugly. Don't know whether it's the lighting or what. I look at myself in the mirror in here, maybe the lighting's not subdued, and I look at myself and I think, oh, done the best you can today, you're not looking too bad today. Yeah. Then I go in the hall, look at myself in the mirror before I leave the house, which is a big mistake, because I look in the ugly mirror and it shows every single line, crevice, wrinkle, whatever you want to call it. So I've now decided I'm going to bypass that mirror. Just go straight by it. I think I've mentioned before, when I lived in Prestwich, I used to have a mirror in the hall. And I don't know whether it was the nice light or what it was. That was my beautiful mirror. When I was going out for the evening, I used to look at myself in that mirror and think, you've not done a bad job today, Jan, you've done quite good. And then I always had to think, don't look at the mirrors when you go out anywhere and you go in the ladies and they've got the bright fluorescent tubes, and you always have to stand when you're washing your hands in the wash basin and you look at yourself to see if you need new lipstick. You always have to stand next to the pretty young thing, don't you, that's about 20. And you look at them and you think, why am I bothering? You know, they are not nice mirrors. And I always say, I mean, I very rarely buy anything new, and I very rarely go in any shops where you've got the mirrors in the changing rooms. But I always think they should have a nice pink diffused lighting in there that would make you look great in whatever you were trying on. They'd sell a lot more clothes, wouldn't they? You know, if you looked at them and you were kind of fuzzily, a bit blurred or whatever, and you tried a dress on and you think, that suits me, that looks nice, yeah. Whereas in fact, when you normally go in, you put something on it, it looks lovely, and you go in and there's that harsh, strident, fluorescent tube lighting, and you think, no. The worst of all, which I think they've stopped now, used to be at one time communal changing rooms. I don't mean men and women, I mean communal women changing rooms. And you'd always, like you say, stand next to this lovely, slim, slender person, looking fantastic, sometimes trying the same outfit on that you're trying on. You know what I'm saying, don't you? And you think, no, doesn't look like that on me, you know. So you come out and put it on the hanger and say to the lady, no, sorry, not for me. Yeah. Nowadays I just buy second hand, as you know. Very rare I buy anything new. Although this was new, this dress. This was a big mistake, wasn't it? But I've jazzed it up as best as I can, so I hope you like the improvement. Covering it up probably mostly with a cardigan. As you say, this was a Doris Chan pattern. It's done in some gorgeous cotton. But as usual, I didn't have quite enough to do the full length sleeve. That's the problem. When you buy a job lot or you buy something and you think, oh, that'll be enough to make me a cardigan. And then you start doing it and you realise, no, there isn't. And it's usually a discontinued line in my case. That's why it's a bargain, it's discontinued. Or I've had it in the shed forever and a day. And can't get any more of it, yeah. So hence I finish up with 3/4 sleeves, like that, which I don't particularly care for. This is probably why I've not worn this cardigan. And also, because it's only got one button at the top, it feels a bit like a matinee jacket, but at least it's livened the dress up, yeah. So I'm going to go now and hopefully upload this video. And my PC's actually stayed on for the last 2 days, so I don't want to jinx anything. So anyway, I'm going to go now. So if you're around at 9 o'clock UK time, I will be on live wearing the same outfit, probably talking about the same rubbish as usual, yeah. So thank you to my new subscribers. I've got 1 or 2 new ones. Oh, thank you. And as usual, thank you to my regulars who will leave me comments every time. I haven't answered yesterday's comments yet. Very remiss. But I will answer. So sorry if you've not got an answer just yet. I will. So thumbs up, like, subscribe, notification bell, ding dong, just in case they ever tell you that I've made another video. If not, please look. And don't forget, look for Glori.J. Yeah, Glori.J. If you like looking at fashions. What she said are considered to be inappropriate for the older lady. No, they're not. She looked great in them all. Man, I have to say she was lovely and slim. Never mind. Having said that, I put even more weight on, so I'm not impressed with myself. But if you'd seen the cake I ate yesterday, you would understand why I put a bit of weight on. Janet, you cannot keep eating cakes and sweeties and chocolate. You cannot keep doing it. You are naughty. But I've got to admit, I don't think I'll ever have the self-like figure I once had. And also, putting a little bit of weight on has given me plumper cheeks, which I quite like. Can't have it always, can you? Can't have the slim figure in us. I tend to look rather haggard when I've lost weight, which isn't a good look for me. So I've got to decide, do I want to be plumper with plumper cheeks? Or do I want to have a slimmer body and look haggard? Not a difficult decision to make, is it? Just don't want to put any more weight on. I'm happy as I am. I'm just a happy little soul, generally, except for my whingy whiny video I made yesterday. But we're allowed one of those every now and again, aren't we? We're allowed to have a little bit of a whinge, a little bit of a whine. You know, we wouldn't be human if we didn't whinge and whine at some occasions. You know. So yes, I will put happy music on sometime, but I can't put it on when I'm making videos because YouTube goes and I can't put it on when I'm making a live video because again YouTube goes So I should probably go and watch more YouTube, although I've got I think it's Broken Wood Mysteries to watch later while I'm eating my tea. So bye for now, thank you for watching, see you all very soon, bye now.